You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it all comes down to money, but that's how you end up fucking shit up because you're so greedy. You know.
Oh yeah, eventually the bubble. Yeah, eventually the bubble will burst because they're going in a way of making the game safer and safer and safer. It's like, well, eventually, like the game won't exist then because football, in essence, is not it's not safe. It doesn't make sense. But speaking of markets and hitting on markets, dude, I remember like maybe 4 or 5 plus years ago. Every October, every fucking team was pink. It was all breast cancer aware. What happened to that? I feel like they don't do that anymore as much as they back in the day. Like the whole field was pink. I don't see it as much.
So, Kaepernick. So
what the fuck did he do? He don't like titties now too?
No. But it was like, well, if we're gonna have a month for breast cancer awareness, then let's have a month for, for police brutality, and then. Some other group was like, well, let's have a month for this. And then the NFL was like, all right.
So they basically, in a way, they were like, all right, instead of doing a month for everything, fuck them titties. Are you kidding me?
So now you got like, so what happened was it was like,
Kaepernick fucked up everyone's tits.
There you go. There you go. Blame Kaepernick. He fucked them up, man. He fucked them up.
Oh my! I cannot believe. That makes sense because that is the same time period.
Right. So they were fighting for. Oh my! God. And that's kind of the sad reality of just being black in America because it was just like, well, what about us? And they were like, well, we'll just rather not have anything so you motherfuckers any recognition. But we'll just cancel the whole thing. Fuck
that's the realest thing ever.
We'll just cancel it all. Fuck it. No breast cancer, no dying children.
Y'all want to come to the party? Your party's off. Party is off. That's the most here. There goes the neighborhood NFL thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day,
dude, I'm crying. That's the realest thing I ever heard in my fucking life.
That's basically it, man. That's why we don't got titties anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fucking NFL fucked over black people and titties.
Yeah, dude. Listen. Speaking of titties, man, like I was at an Eagles game. And the cheerleaders were like fully clothed. And I was like, yo, I remember it'll be 10 degrees outside and they had on fucking skirts and because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why didn't they get rid of cheerleaders yet with all the Me Too shit? Like you would think they'd be the first to go.
That is yes. I don't want to hear, oh, well, there's some women who think that it's, what's it called? Embrace it or whatever. No, it's like, I am with you. I'm very surprised that that's still a thing in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like with, like you said, not only the Me Too stuff with the Washington football team changing their name and just everything and anything. I am like in a move that I cannot like we just said, we're talking about how they're proactive with things, most likely, even though the NFL has a history of being reactive. I cannot believe. And dude, so many stories come out about how these cheerleaders complain about how much they get paid and how much work they actually have to do. And the work they're doing is shaking their ass and tits for a bunch of horny guys. It's like, how is this? In what world is this still okay? I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just surprised with the image that they're trying to paint that shit still exists.
Well, so here's the thing. So when I went to the game, it was cold outside. Anyway, they were all fully clothed, and half the cheerleaders were dudes. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh wait, what? Hey man, the fuck you ruined my boner mid podcast? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean half the cheerleaders were dudes? What you doing over there in PA, man? The fuck?